Yo, what up? Matty B up in this motherfucker right now. Just to tell y'all a little bit something. Something. Or something. Okay. Probably don't, because I swore at the beginning. I apologize to my viewers, because I usually don't do that. Now, comedy routine I was going to do for you guys, mistaken identity. I might as well just do it right now, part one. Alright. The setting is, there's going to be a three-parter. Okay. Now the setting is in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The year, probably 2001, from 99 to 2001, 2002. And, yeah, it's in St. James and also downtown Winnipeg, if you're familiar. Now, St. James isn't too bad, but downtown, let me tell you, the streets, it's up and down, like one-way streets, just a series of one-way streets back and forth, right? Now, so, alright, when this first happened, the first incident with me and this chick was, like, I don't hit women, right? My dad taught me that a long time ago. So, there was no domestic disturbance of any kind. But I had broken her bong that her and her best friend had made in grade 5. And, I did that because she had lied to me, and, she was in the car with this dude, and she's parked outside the house, and then she decides to leave and not come back. So she comes upstairs, tells me she's gonna go party with her friends, and there's like 2 dudes and 2 girls, and I'm like, no, like, what do you mean you're gonna go? And then she's like, okay, I'm just gonna tell them I'm not coming. I'm not going, and then she just left. So I smashed the Merlin bong. It was a Merlin bong. Smash, you know? And I cleaned it all up and threw it away before she got home. But the thing was, I forgot like a little piece of Merlin's hand, and she found it, and she was like, "Oh my God, you smashed my Merlin bong, you son of a bitch!" So like I was freaking out because you know, I thought I was in love with this girl. I wasn't, obviously, because only NLH for me all day. And I was young, dumb, and stupid, right? And so what had happened was, I pulled the cord out of the wall. I thought she was pretending to call 911, so I just pulled the cord out of the wall, but she actually called it. And, like, if anything, I'd be getting beat up because I don't hit girls, like I said. But here's what she does. Okay, she calls me. I get home like a half an hour later, and she calls me up, and she's like, baby, they're going to come and get you, baby. And I'm like, well, what do you mean they're going to come and get me? Like, who? And she's like, the police, baby, the police, they're going to come and arrest you now. They're coming to your house now. And I'm like, well, you know, if you didn't give them a statement, like, you probably don't have anything to worry about. And she's like, I don't know what that is. What is that? And I'm like, did you write down what did they write down what you said and then you signed it? And she goes, yes. And I'm like, shit. And the door's like, Winnipeg, please! I'm like, click. See you in a while, baby. But yeah, they let me out, and I promised to appear, obviously. Because I was like fucking 19 at the time, sorry about the language. But, anyways. So they let me out on that. And then, because my dad, I think I breached once, and I had like I didn't know that I had a warrant out for my arrest, so I went to Porter's Place one day, right? And Porter's Place is a downtown mall. And I was just going to go see my buddy Bernie. And he's a cool dude, right? But I saw my other buddy who, like, when I was in the slums and stuff in Winnipeg, I used to hang out with this dude. And, like, I was doing great. And so I thought, hey, man, like, why not give this guy my change? I said, well, if you go grab me a pop... Or he's like, can you buy me a pop, bro? And I'm like, for sure I'll buy you a pop. And I gave him like a buck or whatever it was for the pop, and he went and bought one. And then he ran back out so he could continue like reminiscing and stuff. And in between that, the Porter's Place security like roughs me up for like, they're like, hey man, what did you just give that guy? What did he just give you? And I'm like, he didn't give me anything. That's my friend. And he's like, that's your friend. Yeah, right. And because I looked like, you know, a suburban kid or something, and he looked like, you know, a bum. And I was like, well, no, like, he's my friend, and I gave him money for a drink. He didn't give me anything in return for that money. He's not a drug dealer. He's my friend. He's not my drug dealer. You know what I mean? Like I bought him look, he's coming with a can right now. Well, we just want to ban you from here, so if you could just come with us. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be at your stupid mall anyways. For sure you can ban me. So I had my 6-pack in my bag. And anyways, they phoned to see if I have any warrants. And I wasn't expecting it, right? So they get on the phone and they're like, does Matthew South have any warrants? You know how they do it, like Alpha, whatever. They do all the lettering like that, like big time. They want to be the Winnipeg Police. That's what they want to be. But the Portage Place security, and they get made fun of by them as such. Like the Winnipeg Police, when they came and got me finally after like 12 hours. Because what they did was they like, freeze! And I'm like, I'm sitting down. Like, what the hell? And they pull their tasers or little things they have. And they're like, freeze! I think it was flashlights. I don't know, really. But they cuffed me to the metal bar they cuff people to. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, what is this? You have a warrant for your arrest, sir. And I'm like, I didn't know that. And they're like, yeah. And then they're like, what do you want us to do with this beer, sir? Because they kept calling them because they weren't coming, right? They don't care about these guys. They just, like, they don't really give a crap about Portage Place security, and they're just giving them more work. And he goes, I don't care what you do with the beers. Let him keep them if he wants them, like. And basically, they kept me in there for one day. My dad put up $1,000 as surety. And it was funny because the cops were like, we were looking for that Matty Souch everywhere. Matthew Souch. You know, they didn't say Matty B because they didn't know. And I wasn't about to tell them what my alias was. And I was like, yeah, like, those guys worship the ground you guys walk on. You guys are making fun of them? Like, Jesus Christ. They're like, it took Portage Place security to finally take him down, you know? Like, he's wanted for what? A breach of probation on a domestic dispute or something. I'm like, and there's a million of those dudes in there, so whatever, man. Because there is. And every dude says, I'll never go near that chick again, and they always do. And my dad's like, you better never go near that chick again, because I put $1,000 of surety up for you. So like by the time, the next time, did I come up with mistaken identity? That, like, I have the rest of it written down and everything, but where it starts off, I'm walking with that girl. Because when I got out, the first thing I did was I went to her house, and we hadn't seen each other in a while, so she said lights out. She turned off the lights every time it was lights out at the remand center, because she knew that's where I was. But she turned it back on, too, right? Like, she's like, because I busted her. Like, I knew, like, I just busted her. I don't know how. Like, she just had to tell me. She had no idea. I just got it out of her. I just, like, yanked it out of her brain, and she's just like, I slept with the neighbor, you know, or something stupid like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you said you did lights out every night with me. And she's like, I did, but I turned it back on after, too. You know, like, you... That's good. But she did. She became a stripper later, and you know, she was really street savvy after that. And I like to take some credit for her street smarts, anyways. And she was smart about it. She married into a good family, and you know, she. Hey man, we didn't coexist together well, so that wasn't my forever, but my forever is NLH all day long. And I know that, she knows that too. No matter who wants her, who, like, they can say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, like, really? Because, no, I love her to death, and I just don't know how to tell her that. Like I don't know how to say, baby. I want to make love right now, because, like, it's like, no, and I don't like denial, right? I don't like to be, like, denied. Or, like, you know, so, like, if it's, like, no, that hurts, you know what I'm saying? So, like, she's talking about all the times I hurt her, it's like, okay, like if I say no, if she said no, like if your girl tells you no, you're not gonna be like hurting and hurt and all that. Yeah, you will be probably. But anyways, it takes off next time I couldn't believe it though. They totally stereotyped my buddy James there, because he was a native dude that I bought the cola for, right? And I was a white dude, so because of that, he was selling me drugs. Meanwhile, I was the one that had been doing that. Luckily I didn't have anything on me except for those beers, and the porter, even the cops were like, drink them if you want. Like, we don't care what you do with them. It's just more work for us. Like, they don't realize that these guys don't want them to keep calling them. So, like, yeah, that's what's kind of screwing up their idea of becoming police officers, is they're pissing them off by bringing them people like me who don't do anything wrong at all. But, you know, they weren't looking for me, obviously, for the breach, so... And I don't even think it had anything to do with her that time, but it was one of the stipulations on my release, because it was this other court date, and the guy never showed up because of... I know exactly why he didn't show up. But, yeah, he was sick that day, I think, or something. So charges got thrown out of court. But, yeah, so peace! This is Matty B.